Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for joining us again and coming back to 4x Fun. Today we're going on another adventure. We are heading out to New Carlisle, Ohio, which is out on the western side over by Springfield, Dayton area. We're going to the Heritage of Flight American Hero Jeep Show. It's the first Jeep show they've done. They've had this festival for quite a while.
19 years.
19 years. But this is the first time they've done a Jeep show. So we're going to head out and check that out and see what it's all about and hang out with some fun people and meet some new people and all that good stuff. So what do you think, Carrie?
I think we're going to have a good time. Like I said, sometimes with the first year, you never know what to expect. So we're going in very optimistically and we will give our honest feedback. Because if there's one thing you'll learn, we can be very honest, but we will be nice about it. I do promise.
Well,
maybe a little bit. We'll see. My filter's off a little bit, but
she hasn't had her Starbucks yet.
Oh, yeah, that's never a good thing. I need to have my Be Nice to People juice. So in advance, if anybody needs to know, that is a necessary thing. Starbucks and I are best friends, serious besties here. So we will be filming some areas live. We'll be meeting up with some other Jeepers, so we're excited to meet some new people
and since
maybe we haven't met before.
Yeah, and since this is an actual festival in New Carlisle, I'm sure there's going to be rides, food vendors, all that stuff. So we'll get you some footage for that, any of the new stuff that they're doing there, and let you get an idea of what their festival is like. So on that note, stay tuned. We'll get some road tripping going on here, and we'll be back with some more info right here. So, catch you there.
See you soon.
What's up, guys? We are here with this gentleman with this beast. If you can see, he's got the BMW 707. This is America's Most Wanted Hellcat version Gladiator. Anybody that knows anything about these guys, they build some amazing vehicles. So, sir, what's your name?
Adam McFadden.
And tell us a little bit about this monster that you got sitting here.
So originally it was a Mojave Edition Gladiator. I drove it stock for the first 3 years, and then the end of April of this year I dropped it off up in Michigan with America's Most Wanted 4x4s, and they did the complete build on it, getting rid of the 3.6 V6 and dropping in the 6.2 liter supercharged Hellcat motor. It's got 1-ton Dana 60 in the front, 1-ton Dana 80 in the rear, 40-inch tires, Terraflex suspension, and all the goodies.
Awesome. Yeah, he's running some nice Big Macs, sticky tires, 40-inch tires on this thing. It is a beast. So, where are you from?
Local here, Dayton, Ohio.
Dayton, Ohio.
Born and raised.
So we've got one of these. I call them unicorns because there's not a whole lot of them out there right here in the state of Ohio. So you see him out at a show or anything and you see this truck, definitely take a look at it. Absolutely. He's already kind of told us a little bit about it. I'm not going to have him go through everything on it, but I do want to have him fire it up and let you hear this thing. So if you don't mind, sir. This is what 707 horsepower sounds like. Listen to that supercharger whine. That thing is a monster. Awesome. Thank you so much. It was nice to meet you. Hope
Nice
to see
to
you
meet you
around. We'll get back to the other part of the video.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us again. I'm so excited because I ran into Kelly, the owner of Sugar Shelf Boutique. She is also a part of their flight crew, which is responsible for bringing the Jeeps here today. So Kelly, tell me a little bit more of why they decided to host a Jeep event.
Jeeps are so big. They're hot in our town. I sell a lot of Jeep merchandise. So we really wanted to showcase them, invite them to come. We would love for more clubs to come. This was our first one, so it was a little rough. However, we did do 6 trophies today. Actually, they were mugs, and people loved them. They loved coming out. They did. It was actually really cool. I did the registration.
Won.
You did. Yes, and our local, so I'm a Northwestern Warrior alumni, and I have a coach who works here, and she is in charge of the JV cheerleaders. So they came and performed today, and then they got to judge the Jeep show, and they enjoyed it a lot. So yeah, it was cool.
Yeah. Now he won for modern.
Yes.
What was the criteria for this? I'm just curious.
Coolest, dirtiest, best modern, which they loved, best theme, tallest Jeep. We had some that were on still, or like they drove up their stilts or
The
ramps or
ramps?
whatever. Yes, that was super cool. Yes, so we had 6 categories, and there was nothing really specific. Just show your Jeep, who you are. Yes. Yeah.
We definitely did that. That was a lot of fun. And like I
It
said, she does
was.
have some great Jeep merchandise. So she was very smart to bring that in. She also had some Jeep freshies
Yes.
sold out. But we know Jeep people spend money.
They do.
And that's one of ours. So we really appreciate you guys inviting us into your town. And we look forward to this being a little bit more. Can you give us a little bit more idea of what you needed to do to coordinate? Just even to bring us Jeepers to your
so
event.
Heritage of Flight is the first weekend in October every year. And this year, like I said, it was a little rough because it was our first Heritage of Flight Jeep show. However, next year, you guys are going to help. Carrie's going to help us advertise and get you guys in. We would love to have as many clubs as we possibly could. But we just block off a portion for you guys, for you to pull in. And we close the road for you, and we would love as many as we can possibly get for next year, please. So and usually when you put on an event like this, you got to go through your city officials, you got to go through your vendor licensing, things like that. Yes.
All right, Kelly, thank you so much.
You're
we really
welcome.
appreciate that you guys
Thank you.
invited us, and she doesn't realize I hug.
Yes, I love it.
So, like I said, Sugar Shelf Boutique, right here.
First weekend in October next year, come see us.
You have been called to action.
Yes.
Welcome back, everybody. We have completed our day here at the Heritage of Flight American Hero Jeep Show in New Carlisle, Ohio. And like we mentioned before, we are being very honest, very upfront about everything. To get there at first was definitely an adventure. With this being their first year, they didn't really know much about meeting ahead of time, coming over as a convoy. So we were just we hope to find our way there, pray that we find a spot, and go from there.
Yeah, and the GPS tried to bring us right into town, and they had all the main roads blocked off for the festival, which makes sense, but you know, a little food for thought. They didn't have any kind of directions or instructions on their page for the event to how to get into the show. So we had a little bit of you know, awkwardness there trying to navigate through town and get to it. But once we got there, we got parked. Everybody was nice, had a great time. As you can see, there had a decent turnout of Jeeps. It was a little bit low from what we were looking for, but you know, it's a small town, and first year I think they did a good job. Sueno, our Jeep, ended up winning an award for the best modern Jeep, whatever that meant. But it
meant that the judges liked the look of it.
But they had 6 categories that they gave awards for, and we actually ended up winning one, so that was a lot of fun.
Really cool award too. Most of the time you'll give trophies out, which we know after a while trophies can become dust collectors.
Yep.
This one was actually a mug.
Yeah.
A really nice mug. So we'll take a picture of it. We'll make sure we've posted it in here for you. Was definitely a surprise to us. We were walking towards where they were announcing, and all of a sudden we heard winner for Best Modern Jeep was Eric Lane. And we were like, oh, don't know what that meant. We didn't know who the judges were, and found out that it was the cheerleaders and a couple of local businesses. So we made an impression. Yay!
Yep. So we did work with, as you can see in the interview that we did with one of the organizers of the event, and
Kelly. She was so sweet.
She's
I
really,
love her.
really nice lady. But after we did the interview, we offered some advice and some tips for next year. So we're going to help them through the year, try to promote it and everything. And you know, drop your comments and below, and we'll see what you think. We'll answer them as we get them. And you know, that was a wrap for this year, or for this event. It was a lot of fun, and
I will have to say, this is where Carrie Underwood's song "Thank God for hometowns really makes an effect,
Yeah.
because it had that small hometown feel.
Yeah, absolutely.
And even though we didn't live there, we have not been raised with many of the families that have been there and come back year after year. They really welcomed us, which is really, really nice. Everyone was very friendly to us. So it's one that we would definitely go back to next year.
Yeah, we got it on the calendar for next year. We'll be back.
First weekend in October, and they've made the open invitation. They would love to have you guys come join them.
So if you're anywhere in the central Ohio to the western Ohio area, put it on your calendar for that and come out and check it out. My big highlight for today was the truck that you just saw in the video, the America's Most Wanted Hellcat Gladiator. You saw a quick little interview that I did with the owner, but I was probably fanboying over that truck for about a half an hour to 45 minutes. So it was really cool to see a AMW truck at a show like that. So really nice guy. You know, he did the quick.
Adam was pretty cool.
Yeah, but other than that, I think we're wrapping it up. So.
Oh no, I'm adding a couple more bits here and there. Gonna throw out a couple of little shout outs, because the one that stood out to me was stopping by Penny Lane for their cafe, and they had kind of like a small little art gallery in there. Very, very nice. We were able to order a couple little treats here and there, but my favorite was the honey butter latte. It was so good, and it was such a cold day that just that warmth alone was wonderful.
Yep.
So we went over there. We had our friends Andy and Cynthia with us, so we were excited to spend the day with them as well. So they were definitely enjoying it as well. And of course, Kelly for hooking me up with my really cool hat. So loved her little shop, and definitely encourage anybody to go in there and check it out.
Yeah, absolutely. Very nice people in the town.
Now, we didn't win for the raffles or anything like that. They kept calling the wrong names, but I hope everybody else is happy with their prizes and their money. We would have been happier, but you'll have that in life.
So, but yeah, that's it. Other than that, thanks for watching. Have a fun
Have a 4x fun day.
4x fun. It's been a long day.
It really
has.
Have
a 4x fun day. Thanks, guys.
Bye.